Welcome to this episode of 10-Minute Tones, where we take 10 real-time minutes and try to dial in a preset from 0 to usable. In this episode, we're back in the Helix. Like to jump back in the Helix from time to time. And I was playing around with the Helix the other day and was messing around with the Supro. I never played with this amp before, and I thought it was kind of cool. And so I dialed in kind of a cool sound, and so we're going to dial in a sound here. And I'll kind of show you what I did, and hopefully you like it. One thing I'll note right off the bat is, and this happens to me with the Helix amps a lot, I feel like in the ears I get a lot more high-end, like, I don't know what it is. Is it power amp distortion? Is it speaker distortion? Is it whatever it is? It's like fizzy, papery buzz. Maybe that's intentional, maybe it's not. I'm learning to hate it less than I hate it. So anyways, let's get started, and I'll kind of show you how I dial in around that a little bit, and how I mix this. I'll try to give you a little bit more of this room mic mixed in with the direct signal, so that hopefully it sounds a little bit more like what I'm hearing in the room. And I do have an ear in here, so I can kind of tell when I'm going overboard, because I tend to dial in more top end when I just listen in the room. It's a good practice to dial in with your ears. Anyways, let's get going. So Supro, I've dialed up the matching cabinet, and we're going to start there. So let's just hear what the stock settings of these things are like. I've got my exotic XSC 2 with the humbucker. Let's hear it. So to me, that sounds way too like fizzy and buzzy or whatnot. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to dial this down to 5K, way down to 5K in the cab block, and I'm going to go early reflections all the way up to 30. I feel like it's a good baseline to just... And so this amp is going to kind of do that like retro rock thing. Supposedly, in researching this amp, supposedly Jimmy Page used one. So he never claimed which one he used, the Supro. So take that as you will. But, you know, it kind of does some of that thing. It has a little bit of that retro thing going on, which I like. And if I go to the neck pickup here, we'll dial that in a little bit better, I think, in a second. So the first thing I'm going to do is just bring the drive down a little bit. We'll play with this. And I'll pull my ear out for a second. I'm hearing that thing on the low strings where... It's a little too boomy, so I'm going to bring that back quite a bit. Maybe there, maybe even more. And all I'm listening for when I'm messing with that bass control is a little bit more evenness across the strings, right? Even there, I still got a little bit, so we'll back it off a little bit more, all the way down to 3, I think. Now, on its own, that might sound a little anemic. In the mix, it's something you can feel. Maybe I can feel it more than you can hear. But in a band, you've got a bass player, so you don't need to be boomy down there. You're just creating mud. All right, so what do I want to do here? I think this actually sounds pretty good. I might actually brighten it up a little bit. Let's check out the neck pickup. I want to make sure that when I go to that neck pickup that I've got enough top end. Just a little bit more, 7.5. Yeah. Now I've got that. I'll check the bridge pickup. All right, that sounds mostly good to me. I'm gonna do a couple of things. I'm gonna bring the channel volume up a little bit. Let me check I've got a sound. I don't know if you can actually see that in the video, maybe. I've got something telling me how loud it is in here, so I wanna make sure that I'm feeling what I'm supposed to feel. So if I mixed in a little bit more of the room, it might be a little louder now. I mean, that sounds like a pretty fun, like retro. Like I want to get the lead out right now. And pardon my voice, by the way. I'm recovering from a cold. I hope you can understand me well enough and it's not too annoying. So one thing I'm going to do just to add a little bit more clarity back, because we chopped off a lot of this high cut. And actually, you know what? Let me listen to it with both of my ears in here, because I think I can show you this spot where the paperiness comes in. If I back this off to 3K, that's better in terms of the paperiness, at least what I'm hearing, but it's a little too woofy. So if I go back up to 4, whoopsie, if I go back up to 4,000, I was thinking I was going to want to go higher than that, but that actually sounds okay right now. Let's bring it up just a little bit more, maybe 4.5. Okay, stop messing around. I'm going to throw in a quick reverb here. We'll just do the dynamic plate, dialing back the mix a little bit. A little extra ambience. And one thing I'll do here, I don't usually use an EQ. And it's funny, Cooper Carter on his Fractal channel just put out a video about this. I promise I'm not stealing, but one of the things you can do to add a little bit of clarity to your guitar signal is hit the transient. The transient is about 1K, somewhere in the 1K to 2, 3. 3K is a little bit annoying to your ears. You don't want to boost this too much, but let's just go to 1K and let's go to, 2 dB. You could do a couple dB up to probably 6 is too much, but use your ears. If it sounds good, it is good. I've got almost a minute and a half left, so I'll be fast here. So I'll tap this on and off, and you'll hopefully hear the difference. So this is with it off, on, off, on. Subtle, gives you a little more attack. Next thing I'll do real quick, we've got just 1 minute left here. I'm gonna throw on a compressor, and what I want to do is bring the attack up a little higher so we let transients through. I'll leave the release the same, I think. Yeah, let's go 150 here. And I just want to level match this real quick. So that's just giving us a little bit of squish, not really trying to hit the amp harder. The amp. I think we're hitting the amp not hard enough. We'll go down to like this. Anyways, I got... All right, my alarm's about to go off here. So we've gone through 10 minutes. This is what we've got. I will upload this. There isn't an exchange for Helix. Maybe there is. If there is a website for exchanging Helix presets, I don't know about it. Please let me know about it. I would love to upload this there. I'll upload it to the Dropbox link that I've done before for Helix patches so you can download it. And yeah, I think this is a pretty cool amp for that like classic rock kind of thing. It seems pretty versatile. You just got to be careful where you set the amp in terms of the breakup. And yeah, I haven't even played around with different IRs for this. The stock cab actually works really well for me, at least. So yeah, check it out if you haven't. The Supro, I guess it's an older model in the Helix from Helix's past that they've updated. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, I haven't played with it before, but it's a simple amp and simple tones and cool sound. So thank you again for watching. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And let me know in the comments what other amp models you want me to do videos on, whether it be the Helix or the Fractal or whatnot. I've actually also been thinking about doing some videos on some of the stock amp models in like Logic as an amp designer or GarageBand. I think that would be cool to kind of investigate and see what you can get out of a plugin that comes free with your DAW or not or whatnot. So let me know if that sounds like a cool idea to you. And yeah, again, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it.